Explain it to me again when you were saying about the politics.
The politics, you talking about federal, right?
Yeah.
The politics is like this. Florida is not a game, but Florida is a clique. You know what I'm saying? And I remember in 2013 and 14, it was a bunch of young niggas coming in with all this blood shit from Tampa with stars all on them and all this old shit. And when they first hit the compound, I'd be the one to step to them. I'd be like, my nigga, where you from? Oh, my nigga, I'm from the Springs, this and that, blah, blah, blah. I see the blood tattoos on them, but they don't know nothing about the Fed. They don't know nothing about that this shit is real. These niggas really out of LA. These niggas really out for Compton. These real blood niggas for real, for real. And y'all around here bullshitting this Tampa shit with this gang shit. Y'all niggas ain't got a clue. Y'all don't know these niggas in here. And this here's something that I want to talk to these young niggas about. You know what I'm saying? The month next time we meet. Y'all don't know that they use y'all as crash dummies. They don't look at y'all as equal. They want y'all to hold the knives. When it's time to put in work, they gonna push a nigga out the South to do that. They ain't gonna never look at you like they looking at an LA nigga, a nigga off of Crenshaw and all that shit. Really, they looking at you as a slow country bunking nigga. So when I step to the niggas, I be like, my nigga, because this here what I be wanting to know right off. Niggas talking about from Central Park, College, to a blood. Okay, which line is you on? Meaning that if it jump off right now between Florida and the Bloods, we know you're a blood because you just said it. Right. When that shit happen, which side you gonna jump on? Kevin, my nigga, I swear to God, every goddamn last one on. Once they see how serious that shit is in them pen, they Florida niggas now. I ain't never seen one of them young niggas come in from Florida in the Fed that talking about they was a blood, that they was sitting with the bloods and they joined that clique over there. That's part, yeah, that's like part of the pop because they see how real it is. Y'all playing games, man. Y'all bullshit. I remember Tampa got into a ride at Coleman. It was Tampa against the Bloods. The shit happened on the motherfucking basketball field. Some shit happened, nigga bowled the nigga too hard, and one of the niggas from not Tampa, it was a Tampa nigga that started it, but it turned into, okay, everybody from Florida came out of that, and the niggas from Florida fucked them niggas' ass up. But the politics is real, dog, with the white boys, you know what I'm saying? You got the dirty white boys, you got the ABs, you got the Aryan, you know what I'm saying, those motherfucking Aryan Brotherhood motherfuckers, because the crackers in the South is different from crackers up out West. Like these poor ass crackers down here talking about on some racial shit. Man, them crackers out west be in the mountains with them tall ass, with them big ass black boots that come up to their knees. Them motherfucking little white boys. They be in the mountains. They be training. Yeah, right. Them crackers training. They be doing target practice. They be running. They be doing drills. They be doing all type of shit. These little poor ass crackers down here in the South talking about they motherfucking racist and all that. Okay, you right, but it's a different type of crack in the Fed. Especially out west, when you got Colorado, Arizona, California, all them places going out west, it's a different type of racism out there. And them crackers ain't soft. Them bitches ain't soft, dog. No. There's some mean white boys inside that system, bro. They don't fuck with no niggas. Like, you got some crackers in there, like, I remember when I was getting all my tattoos and shit like that. I don't give a fuck how much money that you have. It's a motherfucking rule they can't tattoo on blacks. They can't sell drugs to blacks. If they find out that you fucking with blacks in any kind of way, they say we do bad. You know what I'm saying? I'm the one. Caller told him that he can't do the tattoos on. That's how motherfucking political it is. And the Mexicans are some of the most racist motherfuckers. But like this, everybody, when it comes to race wars in prison, everybody gonna team up against the blacks. Meaning the Mexicans gonna click up with the white boys. The white boys gonna click up with the Mexicans. The Indians gonna click up with the white boys against us. As bad as them bitches did you motherfuckers, you would think that they'll migrate more towards us to fuck the crackers up. But that's not how it is. They gonna rock with the white boys.
Damn. So what about the Puerto Ricans?
And the Puerto Ricans, yeah, if they don't stay to themselves, the Puerto Ricans pretty much rock with us.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You ain't gonna never see them go with the motherfucking crackers. But the Mexicans, oh yeah, they gonna go with the white boys every time.
Yeah.
Yeah, they go with white. And then you have, like, you got the Norteños, which is Northern California.
Yeah, the Northern.
You got, which is Southern California. It's an on-site thing with them. Like, if they see each other any kind of way, they gonna go and punish them.
Right.
They gonna punish them. No, look, right before I got to Big Sandy, I was in transit. I was in Atlanta. So they had the whole BOP on lockdown because a nigga killed a black hen out west. A black hen is like the would be the John Gotti of the mob.
Right.
He got a big ass tattoo on his neck. It's only like a couple of black hands that's in the system. Like whenever you're a black hand, you like the cream of the crop. You like the Mexican mafia, the biggest motherfucker. So a nigga killed him. So guess what happened, bro?
What's that?
This was in July 2016 when the nigga killed the black hand at Lee County. Do you know a month later, my nigga, that the Mexicans all over the United States of America was plotting, my nigga, plotting through mail, cell phone, or whatever they did, and at 4 o'clock, July, I forgot the day it was, at 4 o'clock, well, not at 4 because that's count time, I guess it was 5 o'clock, right after count or something like that. Niggas on email, niggas on the telephone, and at one time in every penitentiary, all the Mexicans attacked all the niggas. And they put us all on a whole motherfucking lockdown for 2 motherfucking months. My niggas died and everything. So, it's some Mexicans died, but there's some niggas died too. That's how organized they were. Nigga didn't even know it was gonna happen. Because that nigga killed that motherfucking black hand a month ago. So they made an attack on all niggas.
Didn't matter who you were from.
It
didn't matter where you were from. All niggas, period.
Yeah, you could be from D.C., you could be from Georgia. It didn't matter. As long as you was a nigga at 5 o'clock on July 18th, you just, whatever nigga you see, you stab their ass up and attack them. And they did it all at one time. At 5 o'clock every pen, my nigga, that shit happened. Yeah.
Yeah, that's organized.
Like a motherfucker.
And you know what? The brothers don't move that. The brothers don't move like that though enough. Niggas don't move like that enough.
When you go in them motherfucking pens, right? You have Mexican gangs on the rec field, and white boys, they have to get up every morning and do a certain amount of push-ups. They got to run. They got to do jumping jacks. They have to. It's called programming. And they have to write essays. Yeah, they got to do all that. They got to stay in shape. It's a no drug tolerance and all type of shit. Niggas don't do that. Niggas ain't doing no shit like that. If they find out they doing drugs and all that type of shit, they punishes them. Yeah. Muslims, listen, hold on now. I'm telling you about them goddamn Muslims. Them some bitches too now. That's the most. Think about it. The Muslims is the only religion. The Muslims is the only religious group that's violent. Definitely in prison.
Mm-hmm.
Them bitches a gang, boy. Them bitches a gang, boy. I done seen them motherfuckers put in some work, man.
Yeah.
I remember one time I hadn't got close with a Muslim out of Philly named Solomon. That was my dog. I was in the unit with him for 7 years. So if you're in the unit with a motherfucker for 7 straight years, y'all develop a brotherhood.
Right.
He had done something. I forgot what he did. And he didn't do nothing too foul. I think they caught him playing a football ticket or some bullshit they did. The motherfucking Muslims on his trail. And they was finna run him up. They weren't going to spill his blood, but they was trying to run him up. But the nigga they sent to run him up was another nigga out of Philly that was a rat. Because, if you're a rat, the Muslims, because a lot of niggas come to Fed, that's another thing. There's a lot of niggas come to Fed, and once they fucked up, they become a Muslim, because the Muslims, they have to accept you. If you're a homosexual, as long as you take your deen, then you under protection of that car.
Right.
So niggas knowing car. You got some Muslims don't be going for it, but they ain't got no choice because they trying to go by the Quran. If he don't forgave his sins and all this old shit right there, so we know there's certain rats in that car.
Right.
So for sure, he go up to my dog and shit. There's a little nigga out of Philly. He hot as motherfucking fish grease, and he all up in my dog's face, barking on him, dog. Cause I'm standing right next to him, right, and it ain't my business, and I can't get into that shit, my nigga, cause that's Muslim business. But he like, go ahead, I'm telling you, you better. I'm talking. He balling his fists off and this and that. The dog standing right there with tears running in his eyes because they got him surrounded because he can't buck. You know what I'm saying? So he ended up walking him on up. But the head imam of the compound, I used to work out with him sometime, and I went to him, my nigga. I said, bro, I don't get in Muslim business, my nigga. I said, that's y'all business, and I got my own affairs and my own people that I mess with, man. But I said, that dude that y'all ran up Solomon had 250 years. Solomon was a bank robber. I said, you should have sent somebody else to do that to him, dog. I said, you don't know what that made him feel like, him being a solid nigga like that, and you sent a rat to run him up, my nigga. Out of all the Muslims on the compound, a nigga that's hiding. This nigga hiding for real, nigga. You under a Muslim umbrella and you hiding and you running up to a real nigga because there's 20 Muslims out here and you balling your fists up, cussing him out, snapping, and ran the man up. And y'all let that nigga do it.
Yeah, that's foul.
That's foul, my nigga. And Solomon just did a violation. But he, you know what I'm saying? Solomon ain't no rat. Solomon is known, you know what I'm saying? He known throughout the system. He a real motherfucker. He ain't telling nobody. Y'all should have sent somebody because that's what bothered him. Solomon wrote me in a hole about that. That's what bothered him, dog. Solomon was crying about that. Tears was running out his eyes, dog. That's how mad he was. Out of all the niggas y'all sent to do this to me right in the middle of a compound, you gonna send this red ass nigga to run me up when this nigga for real, don't supposed to be here.
Right. Shit.
So yeah, man, there's a lot of politics in that motherfucker, dog. You get tired of it sometimes, homie. You get tired. You get tired. Over the years, this is when I knew I started taking the role of a big homie. Is when I was getting older in my 10th year in.
Mm-hmm.
So because when I first went in, I had big homies. Even though I'm 29 years old, it's niggas that's 40 and 50 years old been in there for 20 years. So at that point, I ain't no big homie. Even the 5th year, I ain't no big homie. I'm older than young niggas. But when that 10th year hit, that's when I went to shifting from what I was doing now is younger niggas come. Because for real, I be on Tampa time. I fuck the niggas from Florida. I is with my homeboy. Bitch, I'm from Tampa.